Once upon a time, in a land of rolling hills and sparkling streams, there stood a magnificent windmill, its sails gently swaying to the rhythm of the breeze. The windmill had been there for as long as anyone could remember, its wooden beams weathered to a soft silver gray, and its stone foundation covered in a tapestry of vines and wildflowers. As the sun began to set, the windmill's sails would slow their dance, and the air would fill with a sweet, soothing melody, a lullaby that seemed to come from the very heart of the windmill itself. The people of the nearby village would often gather at the foot of the windmill, bringing their children and their pets, to listen to the enchanting tune. They would sit in comfortable silence, watching as the stars began to twinkle in the evening sky, and the windmill's lullaby would wash over them, filling their hearts with peace and contentment. The melody was like nothing anyone had ever heard before, a gentle blend of whispers and sighs, that seemed to match the rhythm of their own heartbeat. As the nights grew darker, and the moon rose high in the sky, the windmill's lullaby would grow softer, and more intimate, as if it were singing directly to each listener's soul. The villagers would close their eyes, and let the music carry them away, to a place of dreams and imagination, where the windmill's magic was the only reality. The sound of the windmill's sails, and the creaking of its wooden beams, would blend together in perfect harmony, creating a sense of deep relaxation and tranquility. One evening, a little girl named Luna wandered away from the group, and approached the windmill, feeling an inexplicable pull towards its gentle song. She reached out a hand, and touched the rough stone wall, feeling the vibrations of the music, as it seemed to pulse through her very being. The windmill's lullaby grew louder, and more vibrant, as if it were welcoming her, and inviting her to come closer, to explore the secrets of its mystical melody. As Luna listened, she began to notice that the windmill's song was not just a simple melody, but a complex tapestry of sounds, woven together from the whispers of the wind, the rustling of leaves, and the gentle babbling of the nearby brook. The music seemed to be alive, and it was speaking to her, in a language that only she could understand. The windmill's lullaby was a key that unlocked the doors of her imagination, and allowed her to see the world in a new and wondrous way. The windmill's magic was not just in its music, but in the way it seemed to bring people together, creating a sense of community and connection. As the villagers listened to the lullaby, they would feel their hearts fill with love and compassion, and they would reach out to each other, in a spirit of kindness and understanding. The windmill's song was a reminder that they were not alone, but part of a larger whole, connected by the threads of friendship and empathy. As the night wore on, and the windmill's lullaby grew softer, the villagers would slowly rise, and make their way back to their homes, feeling refreshed and renewed. They would carry the memory of the windmill's song with them, and it would stay in their hearts, until the next evening, when they would return, to listen once again, to the magic of the windmill's melody. The windmill's lullaby was a gift that kept on giving, a reminder of the beauty and wonder of the world around them. And so, the windmill stood, a sentinel of peace and tranquility, its lullaby a beacon that guided people to a place of inner calm and happiness. As the years passed, the windmill's magic only grew stronger, and its song more enchanting, a reminder to all who listened of the power of music to heal and to inspire. The windmill's lullaby was a treasure that would be passed down from generation to generation, a symbol of the love and connection that bound people together. As the windmill's lullaby faded into the distance, the stars twinkled like diamonds in the sky, and the moon rose high, casting a silver glow over the landscape. The world was bathed in a soft, gentle light, and all was right with the world. The windmill's song had done its work, and it was time to rest, and to dream of the magic and wonder that tomorrow would bring. The windmill's lullaby was a lullaby, not just for the villagers, but for the world itself, a reminder of the beauty and peace that was always available to those who listened. And so, dear one, it is time for you to drift off to sleep, carrying the memory of the windmill's lullaby in your heart. May its gentle melody stay with you and guide you through the darkness and into the light. May you always remember the magic of the windmill and the peace and tranquility that it brings. Sleep tight, dear one, and may your dreams be sweet and your rest be refreshing under the watchful eye of the windmill's gentle song. The stars are watching over you now. Subscribe so you don't miss the next story. Good night, sleep tight.